We've been hiking in the dark, and now it's the lights coming out, our headlamps are off, our coats are off, hats are off.
It's beautiful, perfect temperature, and the sun's
nice
up.
Day. All right, we'll check back in later.
Yep.
All right, it is 7:45. We have gone 4.2 miles. We're not racing by any means, but I guess we're making a pretty good pace because we've passed everybody that started an hour and a half before us. We have 1.7 miles until the boulder field. The sun is now definitely up above the peaks and it's getting really nice out.
Beautiful day, we'll check back in later. Alright, we've made it to the boulder field. As you can see, huge boulders. And it is 8:15 a.m. and we've caught everyone that started before us except for one gentleman who basically trotted right by us. His 65th birthday is in 2 weeks and he was trying to make it down and back in 4 hours and 19 minutes. So not going that fast on day one, but having a good hike so far.
There is no apparent trail here. We're just supposed to make our way up to the section called the Keyhole, which is right in the middle of the screen there. And along the way we see a few tents, so we'll check back in a bit.
I'm gonna pee now.
There's
so
our
don't
goal
record
up
me.
there. Bye. There's the Keyhole up there. We're getting a little closer to it. You probably can't see it. There are a couple people just getting ready to climb through it. That's our first goal. We've been scaling the boulders in this boulder field for quite a long ways now. The tents from earlier pictures are somewhere in the middle of the screen, but they're barely visible.
Show the crusty snow.
There is still some snow and ice up here. Hopefully we can get some nice water runoff when our water runs out. The peak is way up there still. We have to go all the way around. We have to climb through there. Hopefully the trail is well marked up at that point. There's Abby taking a little break.
The air's getting thinner, I'm not gonna lie.
There's me. It's a pretty nice day, but sometimes the wind whips and it's a little chillier when that happens. Alright, see you later. Alright, we have now made it to the Keyhole. This is basically a wind tunnel up here. I stuck my head out over the side, but it's no sun yet, and it's pretty darn windy and a little chilly still, so we had to kind of scoot back up. And now our plan is to go through this Keyhole and then make our way and look for some bullseyes along the path and then make it the trail, so I guess it kind of gets more difficult from here. We'll see what happens.
We just came up these little terrain, which you can't tell from here, but it was basically like one leg squatting the entire way. So good times.
A little bit of scrambling and climbing. This is Abby going on the backside now. There's some, she's approaching a bullseye. We're following a makeshift trail around the trough, I believe, is that there, and then up the back, somewhere up there. There's the bullseye. If she were to make a sudden tumble backwards, it would land her, let's see how far down that is. That's a ways down in the water there. And plenty of scenery to be had up here. Here's me, avoiding the wind. Alright, we're now approaching the trough, which is converted quickly from sidestepping along the mountain to going straight up a little bit of a ditch with some bullseyes marked along the way. This part doesn't look like it's going to be all that fun. Abby's got a bit of a head start here. Alright, we're still going up the trough.
Trough. It's gonna be the death of us.
Our pace. Go ahead.
I just feel like I'm climbing Mount Everest, which is really pathetic.
It's like half that height. Our pace is really slow because we're pretty much climbing with all fours, and we really get clumsy as you feel that. We're on a steps.
Almost hallucinated walking off the edge.
Pretty good shape right now, but yeah, you gotta stop every few minutes to catch your breath and get your balance back. Still quite a ways to go up there to that hole. You can see some people fairly up there that are We've just made it to the top of the trough. That definitely nothing too technical or tricky, except that it's just really steep. So as you can see, as we come up over the edge there, we're about to look at the south face, the south side, and I think we have to keep scrambling up longer because we still have a ways to go. But
Let's get to the sun.
the trough has been conquered. Okay. Alright, top of the trough. I believe this is something called the narrows or ledges or something that's thin, and we have to make our way along there. I don't know quite exactly how it works yet, but here we are with sunshine, and this is pretty much a straight drop next to us. So far this is the most exposed area yet, but also the best view pretty much we've ever seen. We are now at the summit.
We did it! Mountains as far as the eye could see.
We're on top of the world, basically. We can see a 360-degree view, and this is a rather large summit, so there's plenty of room to walk around up here. And the highest point, there's the highest point on the mountain. We're about to walk up here, put down the flag. Here we come. 360.
I'm on it!
Hey, move. We're now on the top. On area 14,000.
Alright, the mountain tried to get the better of me, but we managed to make it up. Barely.
A little questionable for...
Well, we've been chilling up here for about 30 or so more, maybe like 45 minutes.
20 minutes.
And making our lunch with the Jetboil. And we made it up to the top in 5 hours and 10 minutes, which for our first ascent seems like a pretty good job. So I'm just gonna pretend that I don't have to go back down and enjoy this while I'm eating my lunch. Bye-bye. Watch that first step. It's a long way down.
Alright, we are on the way down now. Reverse path along to the keyhole. The way down was a bit of a butt slide down the home stretch, but at this point we're both pretty comfortable and we feel like mountain goats, you know, we can just jump along and grab ledges. Now this is a piece of cake.
JK. Friggin' stairs, I hate you! Well, here we are back at the car.
A little tired, but the day was pretty much went without a hitch.
We conquered our first 14er. The last mile was actually the worst. I think it was mismarked. It was like 5 miles.
Yeah, we have some sore feet and we're hungry now. So bye-bye.